with Saieed Ali. I'm your host, Saieed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Remember, we are live on social media platform Real Talk with Saieed Ali as we go live. Also, YouTube, TT, Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live Trinidad and Tobago. So, viewers, I must say, returning to Trinidad from Panama was a success. So I have to say, in about 2 weeks from now, Real Talk Financing will be getting their permit to operate a financial institution in Panama. So I must say that Trinidad and Tobago, we did well. Within 3 weeks' time, we will get our permit to operate a financial institution in Panama. All our documents have been submitted. The final agreement agreed on, signed. Everything is with the government, and it's just a matter of 2 or 3 weeks from now, and we'll be getting our permit to operate the financial institution in Panama. So that is one plus for Real Talk Financing. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, we're just breaking the ice right here. There's a lot of other countries that Real Talk Financing will be opening financial institution. So, I must give God praise and thanks for the achievement that Real Talk Financing has gained. Also, Trinidad and Tobago, we have the highest interest rate in fixed deposit in our country. The highest. So if you want to make an investment with us, Trinidad and Tobago, not a problem. Just give me a call, 238-6716 or 267-7325, and I will be able to tell you how to make an investment into Real Talk Financing and get money that you cannot get in a financial institution other than Real Talk Financing. We have the highest interest rate in our country presently. So, I'm going to tell the news tonight, Trinidad and Tobago. We will talk about other things after. Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, SC, has begun a 2-day activity at the 51st meeting of the Conference of Heads of CARICOM, or the Heads of CARICOM. During a 2-day activity, the Honorable Minister is attending a retreat and caucus for heads of government. The Honorable Prime Minister will utilize today's activity to advance regional and national issue of importance. Trinidad and Tobago also said its objective to the reappointment of Dr. Carla Barnett as Caribbean Community Secretary General is neither personal nor political. In a 22-page letter to regional leaders, the PM said, Port of Spain position is not directed towards any individual, but rather concerns that legality of the process adopted, the integrity of our institution, and the faithful observance of the constitutional framework established by revised Treaty of Chaguaramas. So Trinidad and Tobago, that is a matter still in the public domain. It is in the Caribbean. Many of the heads are talking about it, whether if they should reappoint her or if she should just resign and go her way. But a lot of talk is talking in CARICOM about that. So we're going to leave that right there until further notice. What are we going to do? Just watch and see. Former Prime Minister and opposition MP Stuart Young says he has been asked to return his diplomatic passport. According to Young, he did not ask for the passport, but received it on May 2nd, last year, after serving as Prime Minister. Young said he received a call asking for the diplomatic passport to be returned. While he did not say who called him, he said this was the focus despite there being more pressing matter in the country. So Stuart, I want you to understand something. While they are seen about other matters, they are seen about yours too. They are seen about yours too. And then again, you are not a prime minister. So, I mean, whatever privilege you had as a prime minister, eventually it will go away. You are no longer a prime minister. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Young ended by saying that political victimization cannot continue. Listen to Stuart Young.
The other day, I received a call out of the blue. As a former prime minister, you get a diplomatic passport. It was given to me on the 2nd of May last year. I didn't ask for it. Get a call out of the blue. Return the passport. And this is what they're doing when we have pressing matters taking place. Collapse of our energy sector. The other day at the mid-year review, you had them raising the price of oil and gas, and we're not even meeting those prices. Plants closing down. All of this taking place in the country. I will deal with that, you know. I will deal with that in accordance with the law at the appropriate time. But this political victimization, persecution, targeting cannot continue in Trinidad and Tobago.
Political victimization is what Stuart Young said. Victimization cannot continue. Cannot continue. He talked about oil and gas. Trinidad and Tobago, I'll tell you something. For a company to close down or shut down, it wouldn't just happen in 1 year. It takes a number of years for a company to show that, you know what? Within the last 3 years, there have been a decline in sales or revenue generation. So after a few years of realizing products and revenue not matching, they will come to a decision as to, you know what? We are going to shut down this business because for the last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, there is no profit. So when Stuart Young talking about oil companies closing down, brother, it didn't happen in 12 months. I am a businessman and I am telling you, it didn't happen in 12 months. So don't try to come on a social media platform and try to manipulate people. They are very educated people in Trinidad and Tobago, such as myself. To educate the one who feel like a call fools. So a company don't close down just so. Sometimes all companies, sometimes they go months, sometimes a year, sometimes 2 years with negotiation. It don't happen just so. And Stuart Young, you of all person who was in the energy department should understand that. That is one. Number two, you're in the opposition. You're not a prime minister. So if somebody call you and ask you for your diplomatic passport back, where's the fuss about it really? Where's the fuss about it? We have more pressing matter like Tiantec not getting paid by government office. We have more pressing matter. Yes, Trinidad and Tobago, water supply. That is a pressing matter. 10 years you are in government. 10 years. And your colleague, Clunenberg, had to complain as soon as the UNC administration take over, Clunenberg in Parliament complaining that his constituency has a water problem. So why is it now your colleague didn't fix the water problem when he was there for 10 years? It's sad. It's sad, it's sad, it's sad. But nevertheless, George Young, complaining about, you go on social media to make a complaint about a diplomatic passport. They give you a little rights, knowing it could be taken back at any point in time. Now, when it was summoned back, you calling for a diplomatic passport? It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, nevertheless, you just have to leave. You see, when your ministers start to argue about self-benefit, a diplomatic passport is a self-benefit, you know. It is a self-benefit. Why am I saying that? You're passing through custom like if it's a jet passing through custom. No checks, no search, no nothing. Flash your passport and you're gone. You missed the opportunity. Say, Carl, about your passport. It's such a sad state for you. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago never gotten better under your administration. And that, I can safely say that on a live broadcast. It didn't get better under your leadership neither. For few viewers, we are waiting for a short commercial break, I believe. Stay locked on, viewers. We'll be right back after this.
We'll be right back.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concerns. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com. Connect with us on social media and don't miss the latest updates. Follow us on Instagram at RealTalk_Newsroom. Check us out on Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Real Talk Trinidad and TikTok at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on a roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
True growth shouldn't make you wait. This month, Real Talk Financing is changing the timeline. Get up to 7% interest on a fixed deposit paid to you upfront. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Real results sooner. Call our Central or South branches today.
Welcome back.
So Trinidad and Tobago, businessman Dominic Hadid categorically denied he was involved in any plot to assassinate anyone and has filed a detailed affidavit in the High Court alleging that his arrest and continued detention under a preventative detention order were politically motivated. He claimed that the action against him was predetermined and based on a narrative linking members of the Trinidad and Tobago Syrian Lebanese community to the so-called 1%. There's a video circulating on social media saying that the Syrian and the Lebanese community is the 1% and they are a small ethnic group, but they are more powerful. I guess he didn't see that video. His wife has also denied conspiring to assassinate the PM, saying the allegation left her stunned. She was shocked to find herself being portrayed in the same light as former former coup leader Yassin Abubakar. Hadid, founder and managing director of Blue Waters Product Limited, stated that neither he nor his wife has been charged with or convicted of any criminal offense. He said they have been detained since June 24th without being interviewed or given an opportunity to respond to the allegation before the PDOs were issued. In his affidavits, Hadid denied any involvement in a conspiracy to assassinate members of the government or parliament and indicated that he remained willing to cooperate fully with investigations. As part of the affidavit, focus on remarks made by Attorney General John Jeremy during the June 10th Parliament debate on extending the SOE. Trinidad and Tobago, I am not going to debate on this matter. I will leave that for the heads in TTPS to do. But being served with a PDO, just as anyone else in Trinidad and Tobago who have been served with PDOs, you have rights to attorney, communicate with your attorney, let them communicate with the courthouse, with the Minister of Homeland Security. You have rights just as anybody else. And you have free will to exercise your rights when you are incarcerated or when you are under a PDO. Remember that. But he has not been convicted. He has not been tried. He's just been held under a PDO. His attorney is trying to get answers, but that comes from Homeland Security, so they have to deal with that. Well, nevertheless, viewers, we're switching now to Venezuela. Minister of Rural Development and Local Government, Khadija Amin, have stated that over 1,000 relief buckets have been prepared for earthquake-affected communities in Venezuela, with regional cooperation leading to the effort to sort, packaging, and labeling donated supplies of shipment. She said the items will be transported to the Field warehouse before being shipped to Venezuela. Take a look.
They have labeled these items in English and Spanish. They have also packed buckets with items in them, dry foods, canned foods, powdered milk and so on. And this is easy for us to give to an individual. It's easy to ship, and we are doing this in collaboration with Sewatiti. So we have over 1,000 buckets that are packaged, so it will be easy for distribution on the field given the situation with the earthquake. And all of these items will be transported to the Plip Depot warehouse, where they will be packaged on pallets to be shipped on Friday.
So viewers, Ami noted that the response to the national donation drive has been positive as many business and residents show support. Look at the support.
And I think that level of enthusiasm is positive. You also have a lot of groups who do social work with Venezuelan citizens who are in Trinidad, and many of them have also reached out with concern because they have relatives there in Venezuela that they want to get items to. So, so far the response have been very, very positive, and even our disaster management units have been very busy in terms of receiving and packaging items.
Is on a list of urgent needed supplies provided through the Venezuelan ambassador. Special needs, look at it.
When the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago indicated Trinidad and Tobago's willingness to send supplies, the Venezuelan ambassador facilitated a list of relief items coming to Trinidad, and based on that, we did the collection drive. If there is need for any further relief, they will indeed indicate to us.
Members of the public can continue contributing relief supplies, while financial donation can be made through the Venezuelan Disaster Relief Fund account at First Citizen Bank. So if you want to donate cash, go to First Citizen Bank and just ask for the Venezuelan Disaster Relief Fund. The account number, they were going to provide you with it in First Citizen Bank, and it could be on your way to helping someone in Venezuela. So right here in Trinidad and Tobago, discussions on the Eagle Eye project and a business security initiative were among some discussed at a business chamber regional security stakeholders meeting and forum in Cunupia. Deputy Commissioner of Police Suzette Martin stated that building trust between communities and the police remain one of the most effective tools in fighting crime.
I firmly believe that effective policing begins with trust. When communities trust their police, people share information. Problems are solved more quickly, and criminals find it much harder to operate.
Trinidad and Tobago, how long have I, Saieed Ali, been saying this? I have been saying this for years. Let the officers in the station come out and meet the community. Don't just drive your vehicle. Trinidad and Tobago, the officers need to come out. You need to patrol the community with your foot. With your foot. Come out, talk to the people. Talk to the older heads. Talk to the younger heads. Talk to the businessman. Talk to the children who play little game hopscotch on the streets. And let them get to, and let them know that, hey, the police is here. We want to make the community safe, but we need information from you all. You cannot be a bully in a community. You cannot be a bully as an officer, want to talk like a hog, and then expect that same individual in the community to come and give you information. One hand don't clap. I've been saying this for years. For years, one hand don't clap. Call a good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed. Welcome back, and great program as usual. I hope your trip was successful in Panama.
Yes, it was.
Well, great, because when I travel there, I want to get some US to shop, in Panama.
Oh, trust me, we're going to have that. We're going to have that.
All right. Looking forward to that. Anyway, Mr. Saeed, great program as usual, and I want to congratulate all the C students
yes.
on their success. And I hope the journey now will start, and I hope they will continue to work hard. And I want Marcel, who make racist statements, who like to make racist statements,
yes.
Marcel and Shamfa, who hide the names of the first 100 people and never wanted to publish it. I want Shamfa and Marcel to see the first 10 people who they were. And that didn't achieve easily, They had to study Marcel and Shamfa, and you all should use this as an opportunity to inspire and motivate others, your people. And don't feel that Indian didn't do fail too, that Indian failed too, But you have to motivate your people and use the opportunity
Correct.
to see the people who are successful in this country, the Indian, the Chinese. Look, Spanish come here and they're working hard,
Yes.
Use the opportunity to inspire and motivate your people rather than criticize Indian and make racist statements against Indians. Indians work very hard in this country, and your people that go and rob them, look, go in jail, you will see 95% of the people in jail, who are they? Marcel? So you all, shame on you all. And don't let me ever hear you all making racist statement again about Indians. Ask your people to motivate themselves by seeing the successful people in this country. So congratulations once more to all the students and even Tobago. God bless you all, and I wish you all continued success. So Mr. Said, great program. You keep up the great work you are doing. God bless you and your staff.
Thank you, my friend. So staying with the security partnership, Suzette, she encourages business owner to strengthen our security measures, saying that crime prevention begins with shared responsibility and protective planning. Martin.
Security is most effective when it is shared. Good lighting, CCTV system, employee awareness, and timely reporting all contributes to preventing crime before it happens.
So viewers, what would make good too is that the Commissioner of Police signing off on firearm for business owners. That will help. Trinidad and Tobago, I always say, Dr. Rowley spoke about if they issue too much of firearm, Trinidad and Tobago will become like Texas, a gun place. No, it's not about that, It is about the citizens defending themselves. On the streets in Trinidad and Tobago, there are more guns on the streets, illegal firearm, than in the hands of rightful citizens, business owners and homeowners. So how do we defend ourselves now when bandits have high-powered rifle and all we have is put we heads on we head and ball? That is all we have, put our hands on our head and ball. And while you're balling now, the bandit that enter into your house now, gunning you down. What line of defense is that? What line? Now, when you catch a businessman now, listen to me carefully. When you catch a businessman now with an illegal firearm, or you want to lose him in jail. But when you catch a bandit with a firearm, you're giving him bail. So who has more rights? I know businessmen who business were robbed multiple times. Home invaded multiple times. Wife and children got beaten up multiple times. They applied for firearm, and you know what was the result? They were not fit to have a firearm. So if them same businessman now buy firearm, illegal firearm now, to protect their family, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? If I Saieed buy an illegal firearm to protect myself, my business, and my household now, what will happen? Oh, Saieed, well, you're supposed to apply, and when you apply, you get turned down. What that tells me now? The state didn't get robbed. The state didn't get beat up. The state didn't get abused. The state didn't get a gun butt. But you want to charge Saieed now? Huh? But I buy legal firearm, when they come in my yard, shoot them dead. Me inciting violence, you know. I am stating the reality. The reality. Viewers, sometimes it is be hard here coming up. I enjoy my work, you know, coming to educate you. But sometimes it is be hard here coming to tell you the truth while we have those who sit down in office just laughing our way. Just laughing our way. DCP Martin stressed that public support continues to play a critical role in successful policing. How do you have successful policing? By the help of the citizen. If some police officers come and decide to rough up Saieed, I want to play a comment in here now and talking to me like a hog. How do you expect me now to retaliate to you? How? Tell me how. Boss, you know we have a warrant to search your place. Take your warrant. I'll read it. No problem. Officer, feel free. I have nothing to hide. There's a way in doing things. There's a way. Whenever let's Trinidad and Tobago, this is our third world country. This is our third world country. So viewers, listen to this.
Community, crime cannot be fought by the police service alone. Every successful arrest, every illegal firearm seized, and every criminal network disrupted often begins with information from someone in the community who decided to speak up. And that's why today's conversation is so important.
I love how the DCP said that, you know, who decided to speak up? Who decides? The community has to decide. The police could be the superintendent or the commissioner in the station, they know business. Because they understand the level of treatment they get. They understand the level of threat. So they do business. I have been saying this for years. Officers need to patrol the community. Come down in the community, park up your vehicle, walk through the streets, meet the neighbors, meet the grandmother, meet the grandfather, meet the families, meet everybody. Let them know, hey, here what's going on. Crime is out of hand in Trinidad and Tobago, and we're trying to fix it by coming down to talk to the citizen. Keep in mind, Trinidad and Tobago, when you decide to join the police force, you decide to what thing? Protect and serve. Who you protecting? The people in the community. Who you serving? The people in the community. If the officers in the station decides to change your ways and habit and come down in the community and meet the people, meet the grassroots, let me tell you something in Trinidad and Tobago. All your officers will get more information than all you expected. Trust what I'm telling all you. Trust what I'm telling all you. All you will get more information from the grassroots people than all you expected. That's how it's supposed to be. Now, viewers, Minister of the People, Social Development and Family Service Vandana Mohit also assured that government's commitment to working alongside communities at or with the police while expressing appreciation for officers serving on the front line. Vandana.
We have been working the community and we've been working with the police. So today I publicly express our sincere appreciation to every officer who continues to put on that uniform each day, knowing that they may not return home to their own families at times. You all deserve our respect and you deserve our support, and you also deserve the resources necessary to keep our communities safe.
Now, viewers, I have always thanked the police officers. I've always tried to support the officers. A police officer has a family, just like any married man who will have his wife, his daughter, his son, even grandchildren to take care of. Police officers have the same thing. They are human beings. But remember, at the same time, when you put on your uniform and you come out, serve the people. Serve the people. When you go to execute your raid with your colleagues and them, do it in a way that people are going to say, yes, officers them conducted a raid and it was successful. You have ways. I understand when you go on a raid. I understand it's gunman you're going to meet. I understand when you enter a house, you may or you may not come back out living. I understand that. So I hope the Ministry of Homeland Security, they understand that we need, for TGPS, proper bulletproof vests, proper clothing. I remember one time, not too long, an expired bulletproof vest. You know, one thing I admire about Francis Prasad's statement, it was published. We don't need brighter students. We need better citizens. An individual must study to become knowledgeable. An individual must sacrifice long hours and hard work in studying books to become educated. And when you become educated now, you become a bandit. So what you need? Better education? Or you need to be a better person? While being educated or while being uneducated? It's better citizen you need. So I want to commend Justice Francis Prasad for making a very, very important statement. And let's hope the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago understand that. I could be educated, you know. Educated and still be a bandit, still be a worthless boy. And I could have no education and be a good boy. I could have no education and be a bandit. So it's work vice versa. Good citizen, there's always prevail. Always, always. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. Stay locked on. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concerns. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Connect with us on social media and don't miss the latest updates. Follow us on Instagram at RealTalk_Newsroom. Check us out on Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Real Talk Trinidad and TikTok at Real Talk with Saieed Ali.
Welcome back.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Commissioner of Police Alistair Grovero is doubling down on his commitment to strengthen the integrity of Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. You know how much commissioners we heard this from? You know how much commissioners sat on that seat. Besides to strengthen the DPS. And let me tell you something, for years it went on deplorable. For years. As part of that effort, 17 police officers have been dismissed for misconduct, reinforcing the message that unethical behavior will not be tolerated within the organization. Something I always talk about Trinidad and Tobago. When they catch a police officer or they charge him for a criminal offense, misconduct in public office, why are you getting a salary? Why are you getting a salary? Why is it that the government is giving you a salary? Why? Why? Tell me why. You of all people know the job you're in. You of all people swear and agree to protect and serve, and they catch you in criminal activity. Guns, marijuana, cocaine, meth, you name it. So if they catch you with this, right, you went before the magistrate and you get bail, innocent until proven guilty, as we should say, why are you getting a salary? That is what I want to know. Why is it that taxpayers have to pay tax money to the Tax Association in Trinidad and Tobago, BIRNNIS, and then that tax money goes to the government, and a portion is shipped to TTPS, and TTPS is paying a police officer who has been charged for a criminal activity? Why? And when a normal citizen got arrested, you go before the court, you apply for bail through your lawyer or the magistrate, you get your bail, you come back out, you know you lost your work? You lost your work? So maybe Justice Frank Sipasad could come out and make some statement as to why it is a police officer. Or even Roger Alexander, Homeland Ministry. Or even Mr. Alistair Grovero, the Commissioner of Police. Because I have been talking about this for years. You as a police officer, supposed to be the straightest one on the land, together with ministers. But you get caught with firearm, with transportation or in possession of illegal substance, an item, and then you taking taxpayers' money. It's sad, it's really sad. It's really sad. Now, the commissioner says the organization must be prepared and willing to hold its members accountable whenever standards are breached. Listen to Grovero.
Police officers are entrusted with extraordinary powers. And with that trust comes the duty to uphold integrity, discipline, and service to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. When that oath is broken, the consequences will be clear, decisive, and impartial.
So, viewer, the commissioner delivered a stern warning to officers who fail to adhere to the rules, values, and standard of the police service. One more time.
Let it be a warning that any officer who wears this uniform and engages in criminality will face the full weight of lawful action. I will take every step necessary to remove you from this organization. The TTPS remains committed to transparency, accountability, and the highest ideals of public service.
So now Trinidad and Tobago, he also emphasized that officers' background, their rank, or connection will not influence disciplinary decision. Alistair then assured that all offenders will be treated equally under the rules of the service. Listen to this.
Remember that my officers will be hunting all criminals, and in so doing, it will be big gooty, small gooty, same shot. In this service, all are equal before the law, and all are accountable to the people.
Big gooty, small gooty, same shot. Remember we had a minister who said, big jack, small jack, same thing all I gets in. Well, I remember that minister? She bald head. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago. So here they say, while acknowledging the media's role in keeping the public informed, Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander believes greater recognition should be given to the works of law enforcement officers. Roger Alexander.
On many occasions, we highlight all the negative things that crime brings. And whether we know it or not, we panic members of the public by doing so.
You know, if it's one thing Trinidad and Tobago, people can say, real talk, we always commend the officers for a nice delivery. Always commend the officers for a nice delivery. Their time, their place, and their action to do everything. Always remember that. Alexander, a former police officer, continued with his assessment to media coverage and how the public respond to what he identified as the good work of the police officers. We all understand that there are good officers and there are rogue officers. We understand that. We in Trinidad and Tobago are facing it on a daily basis. So citizens will talk of the good officers and some will talk of the bad treatment officers give them when talking to them like hog. So listen to Roger Alexander.
Then when that same offense committed by persons are dealt with by law enforcement, instead of we shower praises on those who took the risk, we look to see what negative comes out of it. Well, the police should have, and the police should have, and the police should have. I often ask the persons who do that, go speak to the victims of crime, and you might get a different answer.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, we understand there are good officers, but many times a domestic violence issue happen is that you just hear the victims going to the station and the officers, on many instances, run the individual. And 2-3 days, 2-3 weeks, 2 months after, boom, somebody died, domestic violence. And then you would hear the outcry now that she went and made several reports and the officers never came to talk to the individual who committed an act of murder. We hear that. We hear that. Now there are good officers who will say, you know what? Now we're going to talk to this individual. Boss, X, Y, and Z is the case. You need to fix yourself before we fix you. Why can't we hear that from some of the domestic violence issue? But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, we have great officers. I have worked with a lot of officers in the last decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, there are hard-working police officers. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They are also the one who would want to say, hey, you feel you're a big boy. But the brain I have you can't even start to reach it. I work from a position. I work for it. This year will make it. 19 years. This year, 2026, will make it 19 years, 17 hours a day, 16 hours a day, long work. Long work, Sunday to Sunday. That is how I do it. So when I hear you say, oh, Saieed driving a nice Porsche or a Benz or a convertible, hours are pushing, brother, it's long. It's very long. So meanwhile, Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara also praised officers for their dedicated and service. Their dedication. Listen to this.
Without your presence, adorning this uniform on a daily basis, and coming out to serve the public that we serve, this place will be in chaos. Lawlessness will reign supreme, and we are the vanguard of democracy in this country.
You know what I mean? I want to give the commissioner of police jacket for coming out and making statements and trying his best to hold up what he is saying as an individual, as a father, and as the commissioner of police for Trinidad and Tobago. And according to Justice Frank Sipasada, what we need is good citizen. Once you study hard, you will be educated. But having an education and still having a bad character, what we do? So what we need, a bad citizen with education? No, we need a good citizen with education. Good citizen. NIBTT. We're going into them now. There are now thousands of unresolved complaints piling up at the National Insurance Board of Trinidad and Tobago, NIBTT. This, as it was discovered that the Empowered Project, a multi-million-dollar digital solution launched in 2022, remained under scrutiny as it fails to meet the demands of society most vulnerable. The Joint Select Committee on Finance and Legal Affairs launched an inquiry into the accessibility, the responsiveness, and the overall service delivery to citizens of Trinidad and Tobago by the NIB. The NIB Executive Director, Niala Posada Polaha, announced that a 3-step digital platform project launched in 2022 to improve the complaints handling and delivery on a timely response was yet to yield significant benefit to the public. Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this.
Solution implementation of Empower stands at TT 143 million plus VAT of 10.3 million, with annual maintenance costs of TT 50 million plus VAT of 3.5 million, and a recurring annual maintenance cost, Chairman, of approximately 18 million.
So Trinidad and Tobago, with all these millions spending, she is saying that it has yet to deliver significant benefits to the public. All these millions spending since 2022 and no deliveries. Meanwhile, Executive Director of Human Resource, Aisha Khan, noted that several existing staff were employed to tackle the backlog, but demand continued to outweigh capacity. Listen.
So persons were reassigned intermittently, and I would say consecutively, roughly over the last 2 years, they would have been reassigned full-time. In terms of arrangements that we would have made internally to backfill, we would have used acting arrangements, and we also did bring on board an external contract vendor that provided external resources at the entry level of the organization.
How much people was pulled into the organization to help? I would like to know. I would like to know. And how much is their salary? I would like to know. Because since 2022, you're telling me no service, nothing delivered, and millions of dollars are being spent. Who is going to fix it? How is it going to fix? When I be executive manager on technology, Amanda Lacan said that the application, once complete, will greatly benefit vulnerable groups who rely on grant. The Empowered project, initially projected to be completed within 18 months from its 2022 launch, has now stretched beyond 48 months. Trinidad and Tobago, that's almost 4 years. So from 2022, an organization launched a pilot project. 4 years up the road, it yielded nothing. No delivery, no success. Millions are being spent. Who was monitoring this organization all the time? Who was monitoring it? Ms. Prasad Paula has reported that the initiative still awaits approval for the new board. You can tell me 4 years down the line, and they're still the same way, and millions spent? Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. Time flies when information are being released. Join me right here tomorrow night, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Until then, good night.